Well, of course, the next logical step, of course, is to export your scene to your 3D or compositing application. And to do that, you go to File, Export, and then choose one of the exporters from here. For me, that would be Blender as a Python script, but of course, if you're working with Max, then you choose that, or Maya, or After Effects, or whatever you like. So for me, it's Blender. And I had already exported a test version of that before, so I've already have a name in there. You just override that, and you can replace that. And that brings you to some settings. I want to uncheck this because we are working with NTSC, so SynthEyes would give us a warning about frame rate isn't compatible with Blender, but that's not true anymore. We can use 29.97 frames per second. So we can just click OK. And that has exported our scene. And when you would open that in Blender, it will look something like this. And that is exactly the same that we had in SynthEyes. Except for these are not just 3D points. In Blender, these are all empties or null objects. When you orbit around, you can see there's a scene, and all of these objects are parented to the world object. And this is the same if you would use Maya, I believe. And with this world object, you can move your scene around or scale that up or whatever you like. So you have some controls to work with that later and do some corrections. But we will go into details for the exporting and Blender stuff in the next tutorial, just so that you know how it looks like if you export to a 3D application. So let's go back to SynthEyes.